All right, welcome back. This is Chapter 1, Section 4. It's entitled Order of Operations. Order of Operations. All right, a numerical expression is a combination of numbers and operations. Okay? An expression, no equal sign. Okay? Numbers and operations. No expression, no equations. The order of operation tells us which operations to perform first so that everyone gets the same answer. All right, ways to remember. Um, some people, maybe this is what you use. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. That's plus, or that's parentheses. That's an exponent. That's multiply, divide, add, and subtract. Now, this is a good saying. You can also remember this. PEMDAS. I'm not sure what you learned last year in 5th grade, but PEMDAS is a easy phrase to remember as well. It still means parentheses, exponents, multiplication, divide, add, and subtract. Now, I personally have a problem with the P. I think it should not be parenthesis. It should be a G for grouping symbols. So I think it should be GEMDOS, which sounds more Lord of the Ringish, I think. If you may disagree with me, but GEMDOS I think sounds like Lord of the Rings. And and grouping symbols. Add a page here. Grouping symbols are things that group something together. Parentheses groups x minus 2 together. You could use brackets and parentheses, so you could put your x plus 2 in there, and you could minus a 4x. Okay? Oh, I shouldn't be using x's. I don't know if you want to see those yet, but all this stuff is being grouped together. A division, 3 divided by 4 plus 2 minus 5. This is a grouping symbol as well. That's why I usually will say GEMDOS, but I'll say PEMDOS. Just remember, the first one is any grouping symbol. All right, so find the order of operation. I'm going to write PEMDOS up here. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm supposed to be using GEMDOS. So, are there any grouping symbols here? No grouping symbols. Are there any exponents? No exponents. Is there any multiplying? No multiplication. Any dividing? No dividing. And we get to adding and subtracting. Now, the important thing to keep in mind here is order of operations always work from the left to the right. You're going to want to add this into your notes somewhere to help you remember that you work from left to right for the MD and AS. So, looking at this, working from left to right, 30 minus 10 gives us 20. So you still have plus 9. So you subtract 10 from 30 first. Then you simply add 20 and 9, and you get 29. Over here, let's write down GEMDOS again. G is for grouping symbols. Are there any grouping symbols here? Yes. So we have to do that first. We have to subtract 3 from 10. So we'll have 4 plus 7. Now add 4 and 7 together, and you get 11. This is order of operations. There were no exponents, no multiplying, no dividing, yes to adding and subtracting. Find the values. All right, GEMDOS again. Are there grouping symbols? No grouping symbols, no exponents, no multiply, no divide. Adding and subtracting left to right. 21 minus 6. 21 minus 6 is 15. 15 plus 9, 26. All right, here's GEMDOS. Are there any grouping symbols? Yes. We have to do 8 minus 4 first. There are no exponents, there's no multiplying, no dividing, and now adding from left to right. 6 plus 4 is 10. So if I were you, I would look over this again. If you're still confused about adding and subtracting, order of operations, go back and look at it. For us, find the value of each expression. So now it gets a little more, it looks trickier. There's a lot more numbers. Write out GEMDOS. If you write out GEMDOS, we can see what pieces we need to do. Are there grouping symbols? Look at the whole problem. There is grouping symbols. 3 minus 2. We have to do that part first. Once you do the grouping symbol, it disappears. All right, exponents? No. Multiplication? No. Division? Yes. From left to right. 90 divided by 3. So it's 30 plus 1 minus 20. So the first thing we did was we subtracted 2 from 3. Then we divided 90 by 3. And now we're going to add and subtract from left to right. So we're going to add 30 and 1 together. And then subtract 20 from 31. 20 minus 31. Should be 11. All right, rewatch this one. Listen to the explanation again if you need to. We should have a couple more examples, though. All right, here we go. Write out GEMDOS. You're going to be tired of me saying GEMDOS. Are there grouping symbols? There are no grouping symbols. Are there exponents? Yes. Do the exponents first. 4 cubed. All right, well, let's do some work here. 4 times 4. Oh, wait a minute. What does it mean to be cubed? This is the base. This is the exponent. So 4 cubed means 4 times 4 times 4. So 4 times 4 is 16. And then 16 times 4. Let's see, that's 24. 4, 2 is 6. So once you find what 4 cubed is equal to, now we go back to order of operations. Is there any multiplying or dividing? Yes, there is multiplying. So first, multiply 5 and 2. 64. 5 times 2 is 10. So, multiply, division, done. Adding and subtracting from left to right. So first we add 64 and 10. Now we subtract 1 from 74, and we get 73. All right, look over these couple things if you have problems. These are a lot of examples we're doing. Find the value. Gem das. Are there grouping symbols? Look for grouping symbols. Pause the video, look for grouping symbols, and unpause then. There you go, you're back. Gem das. G, grouping symbols. 12 minus 8. So 85 divided by 5 plus 14 times that. Exponents. No exponents. Multiply and divide we do together from left to right. So, left to right, 85, there's division. So we do this division first. 85 divided by 5, let's work it out. How many times does 5 go into 85? 17 times. We're still looking at multiply and divide. 14 times 4. You should be doing this work on the side unless you know what 14 times 4 is. 56. So now you've got 17 plus 56. And now we get to add and subtract. Or add or subtract. 17 and 56. You all know how wonderful arithmetic skills I have. So I'm going to show you here. That's 13, 73. Your final answer is 73. You really need to have all of these steps in here. What am I going to do first? Hopefully you already wrote GEMDOS so we can remember. And now let's check it out. Are there grouping symbols? No. Exponents? Yes. 2 to the 4th. We do the exponents first. All right, 2 to the 4th. That means 2 gets multiplied 4 times. So that's 4 times 4, that's 16. All right, exponents are done. Multiply and divide. From left to right, 4 times 16. So we've got 16. We're going to multiply by 4. It's 24, 64. 64 plus 7 is now we add and subtract. That should be 71. All right, once again, look back through this video, look back over this, rewind it just a little bit to see the explanation of this problem. Now, we have a story problem here that goes down a little ways, so let's talk about it. All right, it says Trina, her 2 parents, and her grandmother eat lunch at dinner. Each person orders a soda, a sandwich, fries, and a dessert. Write an expression for the total cost of the meal, then find the total cost. So to find the total cost, all right, so they each order a soda, a sandwich, fries, and they each do one of these things. So, let's figure some of this out here. What are we going to write in here? The operation is cost of 4 sodas plus the cost of 4 sandwiches plus the cost of 4 french fries and then cost of 4 desserts. Cost of, that means multiply. So this isn't an exponent. What it's saying is the cost of 4 sodas. If you look at a soda in Michigan, actually I'm going to cross this out. This should really read pop. That's what we call it in Michigan. Cost of 4 sodas. If you just look here, 1 soda is $1, 2 sodas $2, 3 sodas $3. You're basically saying that you have 4 sodas times $1 per soda. 4 sandwiches times $5 per sandwich. 4 french fries times $2 per french fry. And 4 desserts times $3 per dessert. All right, let's try the multiplying. Let's see here, what did they do first? 4 times 1 is 4. And then we have 4, we're doing the order of operations. So we did this. Now we're doing this. Left multiplication and divide. Left to right. So 4 times 5 is 20. So we've got 4 plus 20. 4 times 2 is 8. So we've got 4 plus 20 plus 8 plus 4 times 3 plus 12. Add all of those up. 4 plus 12, 4 plus 20 is 24 plus 20, 44. So this whole meal costs $44. So you should be showing this type of work. Some of you in your head might be able to just kind of do some of the multiplying, but I promise you it will get harder. At some point, you're not going to be able to do that anymore. Get used to doing some of the work. All right, here's the check our progress. It's the last slide for us today for this section. Maurice is shopping at a new clothing store. T-shirts are priced at $9 each. So T-shirt, $9 each. Jeans, $17 per pair. Sweaters, $14 per pair. Maurice buys 4 T-shirts, 2 pairs of jeans, and 3 sweaters. Write an expression. So all I did right here was I took this information, $9, $17, and $14. That's how much each thing cost. 4 T-shirts, 2 jeans, 3 sweaters. So our expression, 4 T-shirts at $9 per T-shirt, plus 2 jeans times $17 per jeans, plus 3 sweaters times $14 per sweater. So we have our expression. 4 times 9, 2 times 17, 3 times 14, 32. Add them up. 36 and 34, 70, 42. It costs $112. That's how much they spent at the new clothing store. All right. So this, remember, is what we will be doing some of in class. You need to check your understanding, CYU 1.4. And if I look at it real quick, it looks like there are 7 problems. This is on page 39. All right? Good luck.